Gabby the game night, Gabby the game night, Gabby the game night, yay.
Hey, it's Gabby the game night, and I'm back playing some more Phoenix Wright Memphis, and we're playing some Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trials and Tribulations.
Alright.
Episode 1, talking about memories. Let's go.
Honestly, I probably would have done him like Vegeta.
This is
Phoenix, I'm principal. Prosecutors.
This is like the first Quantum
Arg.
case.
How did I get into this mess? This
Vegeta.
will probably not be the voice.
Vegeta! Oh wait, I think I know who that is.
Why?
I think I know who that is.
Why did I do that? I just said this will probably not be the voice. Who's saying that?
The guy on the left, I think.
Yeah, it's none of your business. I'm telling you for your sake. If you continue to see her, it's going to be bad news. You're lying. Just listen to me. There's something you need to know about that girl.
Yeah, it's the guy on the left saying that. Not Phoenix.
Stop it. Don't talk about her like that, Dad.
That young Phoenix voice.
I don't know.
That's our boy.
Yeah, what am I wearing? Oh wait, you're playing this time, so you have to do Phoenix's voice.
No.
Well, then I guess
we
he's
don't play as
silent.
Phoenix this case. You play as Mia this case.
Wonderful. Well, you get to do Mia's voice.
No. 5 years earlier, Mia faced second trial. April 11th, 9:40 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 3.
Okay, Mia.
No, I'll do other people's voices.
But I'm not playing.
Oh.
My mind's gonna wander. I can't be counted on to. I can't be counted on to pay attention to
Take the
dialogue.
controller then. Take the control then.
And do what with it?
Play the game.
But you don't want me to play the game.
Oh my god, this is going nowhere.
Woo! It's finally time. I'm kind of nervous. Ahem.
Ahem. This is me.
Oh, Mr. Grossberg, good morning.
Please do me as actual voice.
I'm here. Please calm yourself down.
Please calm yourself down.
No, let's make everybody a valley girl. You're going to get yourself arrested for suspicious behavior, you know. What are you talking about? I am relaxed, Mr. Grossberg. Look at me. I'm relaxed.
Oh
my god. Like, I'm totally Sigma.
Lapels?
Lapels.
Lapels? I don't know what the fuck a lapel was. Only haven't gone to government. Be a lawyer.
Did his voice get worse?
Yeah.
It got better over the years, apparently, because this is a flashback. I'm so sorry. It's just I'm so nervous to die.
Can me not be a valid goal the whole time, please? I beg.
This is my subtle form of protest. You asking me to sit in on a recording session and work for you for no pay.
I fucking try and give him the controller 700 times. He refuses.
And you know, she wants to play. She told me for months she was going to play this game.
Yeah, and you
then
can
I wasn't allowed to play.
I literally don't care. I'm pressing A to go through dialogue.
But clearly you cared.
I don't care.
I'm going to read this book of coins.
Oh my god.
This is 1964, 1964,
That's right. This is the
1967.
first time in basic existence. But I'll never forget myself. I'm Marvin Grossberg at your service.
Well, I wonder how much these coins are worth.
Mia! Speak! Kill me.
You just don't understand how little I want to do this.
Take the controller then.
No, I don't want your damn pity controller.
It's not pity, I just don't care.
What is that thing in the background? Is that supposed to be an ashtray? It looks like the headlight off of like a 1954 Studebaker.
Yeah, that's a light. It might be an ashtray.
Why would there be a light pointing straight up at the arm of the couch? What are they illuminating there? So we can tell scary ghost stories later so we can put their face over it? Actually...
Oh, fuck you.
I don't like doing this.
Then play the game.
Actually, this is my second time in court. Still, you surprised me. What, with your honest request last night? Let me handle this case.
You tried to try to.
Yeah, I said it, so why did you let me do my voice?
Why'd you fucking...
I just found out about it yesterday. About the case, I mean.
But that's already learned all the relevant facts.
Do you have like a rock or something in your mouth?
Fuck you.
Well, about that, you see. I mean, of course I have. I think.
Limestone. Oh dear. But I can't let our clients here. Give them some notice.
You see the boy running around with the pink sweater over there? That's our client.
The boy young man, pink sweater.
The little boy young man. It's like a walrus or something. Oh wait, it wouldn't be a walrus. What would that be? He's Zoidberg. Phoenix is masking up. Good job, buddy.
That's your boy.
Damn right he's my boy. Pandemic's not over. Wear a mask. Good morning there, everybody. Good morning. Try to keep smiling, Mia. I just want to say, I'll give it all I've got.
Still blowing the mask onto his eyes.
Yep, I'll be fine, no problem. I'm not faking a sneeze. Oh, what's wrong? Do you have a cold or something, Mr. Wright?
Mr. Wright?
Actually, it's Wright. Like the Flying Brothers. People screw it up all the time. And yes, I have a cold. That's what this mask is for. My doc says this way, I won't give it to anyone else. Be kind to others, he says. Right, Mr. Wright, you have nothing to fear in court today. If you are truly innocent, I promise I will save you. Please, let go of my shirt. That's right. He's the one on trial, not you. He's the one who should be nervous.
Mia keep on grabbing people?
You need to stay strong for your client, Mia. My name is Mia Fey. I'm still pretty new at this lawyer thing. The first time I appeared in court was a year ago. It took you a year between cases. Oops, sorry. But that trial traumatized me so badly I thought I'd never set foot in another courtroom. It's been 1 year since then, and, well, here I am again. But this time I'm going to win. For my client, and for myself.
Big ol' P on his shirt.
I'm reading the fucking text now.
Okay. Caution now and says
I'm also doing the judge's voice now. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Oh my god, that should be the judge's voice. Order, hot round. Your Honor, I'm not showing as much cleavage today as I will later in life. Especially when I'm taking over the body of my 11-year-old niece. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. You almost became a Valley girl.
The defense today is Miss Mia Fey, was it? Is it Paul like her cousin or something?
Maybe. Yes, Your Honor. Is there a problem?
I was under the impression that Marvin Grossberg was to be leading the defense.
Yes, well, you see, Mr. Grossberg had a bit of an emergency.
Emergency? But in the Hams Act, was that next to you?
Yes, well...
You're just a rookie. Are you sure you can really handle this?
Don't let him scare you, Mia. Give him your toughest look. I almost said toothless there. Of course, Your Honor. I think.
Well, Mr. Payne, your opening statement, please.
Well. I can't believe a veteran like me has to spend his time babysitting a lawyer. Jesus Christ. What was that all about? Was he trying to trash... In fact, maybe you should just edit that part out. I don't really want my voice associated with that. Now then, I'd like to proceed with a summary of events on the day in question.
Why my elbow so
The incident occurred on the campus of Ivy University. The murder victim was a student named Doug Swallow. He was a fourth-year student studying pharmacology.
Why is my right elbow so dry?
I don't know. Put some lotion on it and move on.
It sounds like he was a very bright young man.
Yes, well, next we have a photo taken at the scene of the crime. The students discovered the scene shortly after the murder. They found the victim's body. And the defendant, who had obviously bungled his getaway. Then they called the police.
That certainly makes the defendant look very suspicious indeed. Very well. The court accepts this photo into the record as evidence.
Crime photo 1 added to the court record.
By the way, I can't quite tell the cause of death from this fall. Maybe it's the fucking electricity right there. But you know, who knows?
Your reputation for sagacity is well earned, Your Honor. The truth is that this victim died a rather unusual death.
An unusual death.
What do you mean, Mr. Payne?
Well, perhaps the defense would like to take this question.
Huh?
A simple question. I thought it might loosen...
Oh, Jesus Christ, I'm not. Please stop this.
Cause of death is a fair electric shock.
I am a genteel man, if you will.
What? Stand up to him, Mia. Show him what you're made of. So was Zoidberg an attorney before or after the events of Futurama? Where does this take place on the timeline exactly? Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't get a chance to read through the whole file.
So yeah, the details of the stakes are filed under the court record. But you knew that.
Are you like playing it up more as we go along? Back off some.
No, never.
Ah, the court record. I think I can see that by pressing the N.
Why not Zoidberg? Found in the court record.
I can't remember the names of the characters in that circle. I don't watch it. Yeah, Fry. Yes, sir. I'll do just that. Got to stay calm. Can't let that prosecutor get the better of me. Court record. Okay, let's take a look. I just pressed the R button here.
Now then, will the attorney for the defense please answer the question? What was the cause of death? Electrocution, dumbass.
According to the court record, it was a fatal electric shock. In other words, electrocution. Do they really feel like they have to go back to the beginning and give a tutorial on every one of these games?
Yep.
I mean, don't they think somebody probably played the previous games? At least one of them?
I mean, you should, but some people don't.
Well, can they make it more entertaining?
Electrocution? How could such a thing happen? Did the murderer use some sort of a new super powerful stun gun, perhaps? Look at the fucking photo, you goddamn dumbass.
The answer to that will become crystal clear as the trial proceeds, Your Honor. But before that, there's one more vital issue.
What's that?
Why, motive, of course. Apparently, there was some bad blood between the victim and the defendant.
Bad blood?
You know, there used to be mad love.
Can you put that back on?
What do you mean?
Oopsie, I'm terribly sorry. You're the defense attorney, so you must know all about it. I shouldn't be stealing your spotlight like this.
You know, a weird noise in the middle of the video. I really don't like this guy's smug attitude.
I think I had a weird noise when he took it off. That's what I'm paying for you. You won't move the operator if you got my drift.
No, I have no idea what you're saying. Get your fucking mustache out of your mouth.
They don't call him the rookie killer for nothing, you know.
Oh wait, that was Grossberg.
Now, on the defense. What was the source of the bad blood between the victim and the defendant? And this time I'd like to see some supporting evidence.
Well, I think it was something about a dancer.
Evidence? Fuck, we've got an attorney's badge. Whip that shit out!
Frank, so I go find the victim dog swallow. Yeah.
Yo, Phoenix, never mind.
Alright, when you get walked up on us, all weapons can be found in the cold record. Right there in the street, then shove it into old Greybeard's face.
Yes, sir. Into old Greybeard's face. Wait, what?
Mr. Grossberg, try to set a better example for the young lady. The evidence isn't the only thing in the cold record. People's profiles are below. You can talk between profiles and evidence.
Although, ironically enough, they weren't in there when we first started playing these games.
Are you sure to go over it all? Now then, let's see what you've got. What was the cause of bad blood between Phoenix Wright and the victim? My attorney badge. I assume it's because, she did Doug Swallow or something?
Yeah. The reason for the bad blood between the two of them was this woman here.
Dahlia Hawthorne, is it?
Very good, Miss Bay. You seem to have picked up on at least this much. This woman is the girlfriend of the defendant, Phoenix Wright. But up until about 8 months ago, she was with the victim, Mr. Swallow. Clearly, she has some part to play in this story.
Well, he's done it again. The cross-examination talks, he's already got the judge thinking like he wants. Very well, Mr. Payne. Please call your first witness.
If it pleases the court, the prosecution would like to call Mr. Phoenix Wright.
Phoenix Wright, this attorney? Well, Miss Faye?
It's fine. After all, Mr. Wright is innocent, right? The defense has no objection.
Very well. The court calls Mr. Phoenix Wright to the witness stand. Unfortunately, Phoenix is a dumbass.
Witness, please state your name and occupation.
Yeah, my name is Phoenix Wright. My job is, well, right now, I guess I'm a suspect.
Okay, put a mask on every time Phoenix is talking for accuracy.
It wouldn't make that much of a difference.
No, he means what did you do before you were arrested?
I'm not doing the sneezes, I'm sorry. I was a university student.
I'll do fake sneezes.
You'll have to edit them in post.
Mr. Wright, you understand that you are suspected in the death of your fellow student, Doug Swat.
But I didn't do it! I'm innocent, I tell you! I'm telling you I was...
Achoo! 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 Would the defendant please refrain from passing on his call to the rest of us?
It seems the witness has something he wants to say.
Well then, Mr. White, please tell us about your relation to the victim.
Right away, Your Honor.
The victim and I.
I admit I was there, but I'm not a killer. All I did was find his body. I hardly knew the guy to begin with.
Man, this is like Among Us.
I never even talked to that stuck-up British wannabe. No offense, Mia.
British, just like my girlfriend. I see. So you already knew the victim.
So you admit that Phoenix's girlfriend is Maya?
Wait, no, like mine.
I see. So you already knew the victim. Right. Like I said, I'm not a killer. It looks like the judge understands.
You're being naive, you know. Too naive.
Huh?
It seems that you've forgotten one small thing, young lady.
And that would be?
This witness still has to undergo something called cross-examination.
Cross-examination?
In my times, the defense was due to carry out the cross-examination. And what was to determine if a witness's testimony contains any contradictions?
Contradictions?
The witness is blind. No statements will contradict with the court record. Oh my fucking god, we play two of the games. We don't need this shit. Reach down.
But Mr. Wright is my client.
Even if he's your client, when coach, all lies must be struck down. As a lawyer, that would be a duty, you see.
What does he mean by that? Is he saying that testimony just now? There was a lie? A contradiction?
Yes. Now then, your cross-examination, if you please, Miss Faye.
Please, Mr. Wright, tell me you haven't been lying. You wouldn't do that to me, would you?
Phoenix would never lie.
I mean, do you really want to hurt me?
Yeah. Keep talking, old bitch.
When you say there, you mean the place where the victim was murdered? Yeah, sort of. The place where something happened, anyway. I feel like I'm doing Phoenix too young.
Something? You can't hide what happened. We have photographic evidence.
I have no clue how old he is, so.
He just sneezed a bunch.
Achoo. Sorry.
Anyway, Mr. Wright, what were you doing at the scene of the crime? I thought you said you didn't know the victim, Mr. Swallow.
I can check it.
No, I only know his brother, Mr. Spit. It was just a coincidence. We bumped into each other by accident.
Let me check his age real quick. He's 21.
Yeah.
A coincidence, huh?
So we're probably only a few years before the first game at most.
Yeah.
You say I want to sing that line for some reason.
You say you found the body.
I was thinking more like, you say you found the body. So who called the police now?
Fix what the musical.
Achoo!
Achoo!
Unfortunately, it was some other students that notified that, I guess to be fair, if I had a mask on, I wouldn't be uncomfortable doing the sneezing. And I would just be doing it into the mask.
Other students?
Other students, yeah, sorry. Fine.
Zoinks! That's correct, Scoop! They were witnesses! Witnesses who saw the defendant standing there next to the body in shock.
Achoo!
Doing the sneezing. And I would just be doing it into the mask. Other students?
Other students, yeah, sorry. Fine.
Zoinks! That's correct, Scoop! They were witnesses!
Witnesses who saw the defendant standing there next to the body in shock.
That's it! That's it!
Doing the sneezing. And I would just be doing it into the mask. Other students?
Other students, yeah, sorry. Fine.
Zoinks! That's correct, Scoop! They were witnesses!
Witnesses who saw the defendant standing there next to the body in shock.
Me? Why didn't you tell me that before? I heard he used to date Dolly.
Who's this Dolly person?
Yes, that would be the defendant's lover, Miss Dahlia Hawthorne.
Oh, I see. Ah, young love, so bittersweet.
But that's all I knew about him. Mr. Wright, you stated the following in your testimony. I hardly knew the guy to begin with. That's right. I mean, why would I even... But that doesn't sound right. If you hardly knew him, say that the victim was a stuck-up British wannabe.
I hate all British people.
Don't clip that out of context, please.
That's Phoenix saying that. I do not hate
Uh-huh. I do Phoenix's voice, though. So.
I don't hate any British
Yeah, no, that doesn't... Well, I mean, there's probably some that are worth hating.
I don't...
Not because they're British, just because they're assholes, or otherwise.
I, in fact, would very much like a British person.
Well, Mr. Wright? No, it wasn't me. I'm not a killer, I swear.
Only the don't clip that out of context episode. Mr. Wright, give me an opportunity to revise your testimony. Obviously, that you knew the victim was, as you put, a British wannabe.
Yes, well... Wait, did he want to be British, or he was British and he was a wannabe?
I don't know.
He was always walking around with a huge Union Jack on the back of his shirt. Did you see it at the crime scene? The Union Jack, I mean. I feel very awkward now that I chose to do me and Maya as British when we're talking about British folk in the game all of a sudden. Yeah, that's right. I saw it at the crime scene. That's why I figured he must love British stuff, see? It's true. Cross my heart. I swear I didn't do it.
I love British stuff.
He's acting fishy.
Anyway, this Union Jack fellow. Oh my god, he's so dumb.
It feels even worse that I was doing her British.
Just that face.
The Union Jack is the name of the United Kingdom's flag.
Oh, I see. So you mean like the Stars and Stripes, right?
I wonder if in the Japanese translation if he's like, so you mean like the rising sun, right?
because what? America here. Yep, there's totally America.
As usual, Your Honor, your insight astounds me.
Hey, something just occurred to me. Isn't there something strange about this bit just now?
Contradiction here.
Mr. Grossberg.
Broken I saw that boy, you mean business. With evidence, I mean.
Okay, Mia, check the court record carefully.
Well, my dude, you think you would handle on your own. Mad on your own from this point. Yes, I can handle myself. Gosh, you could ask me that fucking 7 hours ago.
1 year ago, I was in a courtroom just like this. I can do it. I can handle this myself.
Well, you mustn't bother about it more than you can do, Mia. I've played these games.
Like you did, and that's why you can't talk straight now? My bill of like children is lodged in my mouth. 16 years now. I'll be fine. I know what I have to do.
I'm present to get more information. Wow, one more thing. When you won't take a contradiction, make sure you present some definitive proof.
Okay, Mia, one more time, from the very beginning of his testimony.
No, not from the very beginning. We're going to present evidence. Oh, no.
I assume he wasn't wearing it in the crime scene photo.
I don't see a Union Jack, though.
I mean, you could probably see enough that you would see it, especially... He said huge, so... Are you certain you saw the Union Jack? Yeah, I'm sure. It was right there on his back.
Trust me, I know the Union Jack because I'm totally British.
The Jack was on his back.
And I'm not...
Some slack.
I'm not a Japanese character who's suddenly in America, now with a British accent.
Let's keep it on track.
Miss Wright, there's some point to this line of questioning.
Your Honor, please take another look at the crime scene photo. As you can see, there's absolutely nothing on the victim's back. Hey, wait a minute! He's wearing a leather jacket. The Union Jack was on the back of the t-shirt he was wearing.
Did you take off his jacket?
I was under the impression that you accidentally came across the body. Don't clip that out of context either. But if that was really the case, then you wouldn't know that. You wouldn't know that, would you? You have no idea at all what he was wearing underneath that jacket.
Was Phoenix stripping him?
Don't take that out of context either. Mr. Wright, you've been lying to me.
You and him were hooking up.
Please forgive me!
Yeah, you made a cry.
Phoenix, Jesus, man. Let him. That P on his chest doesn't stand for Phoenix, anyways.
What does it stand for?
That is what she said, right?
Yeah, I think so.
What does that have to do with anything anyway? Can a Phoenix not cry? Anyway, I can't believe I trusted him. Mr. Wright was all wrong.
That was an impressive bit of cross-examination. Thank you for uncovering the defendant's lies for me. It's quite clear that this man did not simply stumble upon the scene of the crime.
Uh-oh. Did I go too far?
By the way, Mr. Wright, you seem to have a rather bad cold. Have you taken any medicine for it?
Yeah, I took some, but...
Was the medicine you took an over-the-counter brand called Cold Killer X?
Yeah, that's right. It kills colds good. Hey, wait a second. How did you know I'm a big fan of Cold Killer X? Sounds like an alternative band.
Would you happen to have that medicine with you right now?
They found out the fucking scene of the crime the other day.
Well, actually, I seem to have lost it somewhere.
Phoenix, goddammit.
He lost it. Does this even have anything to do with the case?
Mr. Wright, shall I tell you where your cold medicine is right now?
Spain.
Huh?
Your Honor, I'd like you to take a look at another photo from the crime scene.
What's this? In the victim's hand, it's Cold Killer X.
That's the cover of her second album. Yes, but even I've got a bottle of Cold Killer X in my apartment. Is that supposed to be his voice? Should I be like,
I'm sorry, but I'm afraid that argument won't work.
Parry the platypus. I'm sorry, but I'm afraid that argument won't work.
I'm sorry, but I'm afraid that argument won't work. There's no doubt as to who this bottle of Cold Killer X belongs to. Especially since Mr. Wright's fingerprints are all over it.
I guess he could be holding it in that. Don't I see his other hand?
What?
Sensing his murderous intent, Mr. Swallow must have picked up the bottle of medicine, dropped by Mr. Wright, and hid it in his hand. His purpose in doing so can only have been to identify his killer as Phoenix Wright.
I mean, that's debatable at best. Order in the court!
Your Honor, I'd like to present this photo and bottle as evidence.
Very well. The court will accept it into the record.
Also, the victim's wristwatch was broken.
Broken?
Yes, it ceased functioning when a large wave of electricity passed through it. Well, Mr. Wright, do you have some kind of explanation for all this?
This is really bad.
Oh, my buttocks, my poor hemorrhoids.
You can take that out of context, I don't care. The truth is, I went because he called me. He was in the pharmacology department, so we agreed to meet at 2:45 behind that building.
This is weird. Does he kind of look like a Matin God?
Yeah, maybe. But we talked for a bit, and then at around 3 o'clock we split up. Then later when I went back, I found him lying there. I had been taking Cold Killer X for the last 2 or 3 days, but I lost my bottle of it around lunchtime on the day of the accident.
Mr. Wright, that's completely different from the testimony you gave previously. Achoo!
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I was afraid you wouldn't believe the truth.
You'll forgive me if I say I hardly find your current testimony any more credible.
Miss Faye, please begin your cross-examination.
Oh, please, Mr. Wright, don't tell any more lies.
I'm not rereading that. I already read that. Had you ever met the victim before then? No, never. But that day he called me up and told me he wanted to talk about Dolly.
And this Dolly person is?
My, it's kind of embarrassing. She's my, sweetheart.
What was that for, Mia?
Oh, I'm so sorry. I just felt like slapping something all of a sudden. Okay. Dahlia Hawthorne was also the lover of the murder victim, Doug Swallow. Before she met Mr. Wright, that is.
So it's one of those nasty love triangles, I see.
Was it Mrs. Swallow who indicated you should meet at 2:45? Yeah, and we were both there right on time.
You said the victim was in the pharmacology department, correct?
Yeah, he was studying how to manufacture and improve pharmaceuticals. Everyone called him the alchemist of IVU.
An alchemist, I see.
I gotta admit, it was a little suspicious. He had a whole laboratory and everything. It was filled with chemicals and strange machines that run on high voltage electricity.
Oh, how fascinating. He sounds like a quite ambitious young man.
What do I do? Maybe I should ask him for some more details?
About the timing.
So you're absolutely certain that you met at 2:45? Yeah, pretty sure. That's the time class ends.
When did he die? 3 p.m. Yeah, that's possible.
But they're always doing experiments, so it doesn't matter much. Experiments. Yeah, those pharmacology guys are always in the lab whipping up something. Well, it looks like he's right about the time anyway. Wait, let's go on with your testimony. So what was it you were thinking about? You know, maybe we should hang out again sometime. Wait, why'd I do that voice? Hang out again sometime. I wish that were true. Then, sorry. So you say you went back? Yeah, that's when I found the body. Yes, but why did you go back in the first place? Weren't you angry with him? Well, that's right, I was. Then why, Mr. Wright? Why did you go back there? I thought maybe we could make up.
Achoo! Achoo!
Judging by the atmosphere, I'm pretty sure no one is buying this. It's rather unusual to catch a cold this time of year, isn't it? Yeah, I always get all careless when the weather starts to warm up. I guess I shouldn't sleep with the window open this early in spring, huh? Suppose common sense is not always common. So, did anyone else know that you were taking cold medicine? Well, I always took one after meals. So, I'm pretty sure all my friends knew about it.
Oh, oops. Well, Mia?
I don't know, because you skipped my dialogue. I can't seem to find any contradictions.
The boy isn't exactly why I'd call him back to one life, no. But still, we can't have him continue about nonsense.
I know, but what can I do?
Well, I'm sure he must still be hiding something. Information, right now, information we need more than anything else. Let me press that file bit.
On the day of the incident, what did you do for lunch?
does that have to do with anything? You can never be too sure. I always eat with Dolly, just the two of us. Dolly's homemade lunches are just the greatest. Her mini omelets are magically delicious.
Meow! Why do you punch me in the jaw?
Oh, I'm so sorry. I just felt like hurting someone all of a sudden.
Can you stop that? Oh, man, yeah.
I thought maybe you would talk more clearly if I did that.
Did we get any new testimony pieces from that?
I don't know. I wasn't playing.
I didn't ask about the pharmacology department. Is this the one that I can ask about?
I was wondering if you could tell us a bit more about the pharmacology department. Well, okay, sure. I don't know all that much, though. A little bit earlier in your testimony, you said something interesting. You said the department uses strange machines that run on high-voltage electricity. That's right, and they sure look dangerous. They use non-standard voltages, so there are high-voltage cables everywhere. High-voltage cables. Yeah, there were electrical poles set up all around the building. The high-voltage cables run overhead around the roof. It was just me. Finally, I think we're getting somewhere. I ran the high-voltage cables.
I think that's enough for now. So the defendant and the victim by approximately the time of his death, and then the defendant returned to the scene for some unknown reason.
I'm not entirely convinced by his explanation about the medicine bottle either.
I'll be frank here, Mr. White. Your testimony cannot be trusted.
What do you mean?
Hehehe. I knew it was too much work for a little girl.
However, there's still one mystery that remains.
There is, Your Honor.
How the murder was carried out, of course. Then how was the victim electrocuted? I don't believe the murder weapon has been introduced here, correct?
Well, that is, You are correct, Your Honor.
So how exactly was Mr. Swallow killed? If I could somehow establish how it was done, maybe I could still come out of this mess smelling like a rose.
Oh, I can tell you how it was done. The wires.
Your Honor,
Yes, Miss Ray?
I believe that if we were to piece together everything we've heard up until now, we should be able to solve the mystery of how Mr. Swallow died.
That'd be most impressive.
Quite the brash statement coming from a rookie. But even a beginner like you must understand the basic rules of the court, yes? An attorney must be able to substantiate their arguments with evidence.
Of course I know that. Actually, I had totally forgotten about that.
Now then, Miss Ray, let's see what you've got. Show me how you believe the victim was electrocuted. Well, white hand, crime 401, the fucking high voltage wire right there. Right above his goddamn body. It's right there. Are you stupid?
As for the cause of death, I say this picture captures it quite well.
What? There's nothing that even remotely resembles a murder weapon here. I'm afraid. Hey, the defense is going to have to explain this in a bit more detail. Miss Faye, where exactly in this floor is the murder weapon? Are you blind? Are you actually blind? Wait, do I get this exact? Right there.
Well, naturally, it's right here.
What is that?
A severed electrical cable, I believe, Your Honor. Remember the testimony we've heard. The machines the pharmacology students use in their experiments require high voltage, and because of that, there are special high voltage cables strung up everywhere.
So then, the high voltage cable?
Yes, the high voltage cable is the cause of death. That is the most likely explanation.
That certainly sounds plausible. Well, Mr. Payne, what do you have to say about this?
Well, I believe some praise is in order.
Don't toy with me, old man.
Now, the victim's cause of death may indeed have been a high-voltage cable. However, I want you to think about what that really implies. The only one who had the opportunity to use the cable as a murder weapon was the defendant.
Says who?
Sneeze.
That much is certainly true. Says who?
Yes, and that's not all. We have proof. Irrefutable proof that will establish that Mr. Wright was the murderer.
You do? Well, what is it?
His fingerprints.
Fingerprints? You mean that the defense fingerprints were on something besides the medicine ball?
Let's take another look at the crime scene photo. As you can see, the victim is wearing a leather jacket. And as you may know, leather holds fingerprints quite well. You mean? Yes, it was quite clearly imprinted on the chest area of the victim's jacket. The palm print of the defendant's very own hand.
What?
I can only think of one way Mr. Wright could have left a print like that. Intent on murder, he squarely pushed the victim towards the severed electrical cable.
Let's give him like a pat on the back, just saying. Order, 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 that's enough. I think we can conclude that there is no reason to continue with this cross-examination. We're done.
Mr. Grossberg.
My memories never lied, but so is over me. I knew that boy is guilty from the first time I saw him.
No, you're wrong. Mr. Wright is innocent.
No further evidence is required to convince me of this man's guilt.
Your Honor.
At this time, I'm prepared to render a verdict in this case. Do you have something further to add, Miss Fay?
Is this what you want, Mr. Wright? You still haven't told us. If you don't say something now, the judge is going to hand his verdict down. But I can't. I just can't say it. If I told you what really happened... Damn, man!
Oh, B is the skip pun, isn't it?
It's okay, Mr. Wright. I'm your attorney. You can trust me. Miss Fay, no matter what it is you have to say, you can trust Mia Fay. That's her slogan. I just wrote that for her. I believe in you, and I'll represent you to the very end.
We've already established the defendant's guilt. There's no further need for him to say anything.
Wait a minute. Mr. Wright, I'll tell you what really happened.
But I've already told you, Mr. Wright, there's no need for further... Cough.
I did it. I admit it. I pushed him. It's my fault. My fault that Doug Swallow was dead. That girl, you shouldn't see her anymore. Hey, it's none of your business.
British wannabe.
I'm telling you for your sake, if you continue to see her, it's going to be bad news. You're lying. Just listen to me. There's something you need to know about that girl. Stop it. Don't talk about her like that.
Ah.
The echoes of a cat echoed throughout time and space.
What he just said, was that the truth?
Yes, I was afraid. Afraid that if I told the truth, everyone would think I was the murderer for sure.
Well, as things currently stand, we're absolutely convinced you are.
But please give me one more chance to explain. This time, I swear I'll tell the whole truth. It'll be okay, won't it, Miss Fay? I believe in you. Oh, thank you? I still can't believe it. You really did push the victim.
But with my memories are doing the hard thing.
Wow, dated reference much. That guy, he was talking bad about Dolly. Shouldn't it be more like, feels like my hemorrhoids were hitting a gritty. I lost my temper and gave him a shove. At that moment, I heard some kind of loud noise. A little while after I left, I started to get worried. So I went back, but he was just lying there,
dead. Well, the explanation is really quite simple. When you pushed him, Mr. Swallow flew back and touched the electrical cable. He died from the shock, and that, as they say, is that. Simple explanation indeed. At the time of the incident, a light rain had been falling. Wet from the rain, the victim was more easily electrocuted. But when I pushed him, there weren't any electrical cables nearby.
Okay, that's about.
If there had been something like that, even I would have noticed it. That's true. Even a doofus like him couldn't miss that.
Miss Faye.
Did you just call your client a doofus?
Let me warn you down right now that if your cross-examination doesn't yield any new facts, I intend to deliver my verdict for their day. Are we clear on that?
Yes, Your Honor. Don't give up, Mia. If he is innocent, there must be some kind of evidence somewhere that will prove it. When I pushed the victim... That guy, he was talking bad about Dolly. I lost my temper and gave him a shove. At that moment, I heard some kind of... Oh, wait, didn't we do this already? Aren't you cross-examining?
I know.
Let's back that up. So what kinds of things did Mr. Swallow say to you? He said all sorts of terrible things about Dolly. He said that she was a bad girl.
Is that all?
Yep.
Oh, Miss Faye, you harm yourself.
Oh boy, you're not doing yourself any favors here, Mr. Wright. Please don't make this harder for me than it already is. Anyway, after he said that, I just... Can you tell me about what happened in a little more detail? That guy, he just said what he wanted to say to me. And then he put on the jacket he was holding and started to leave. That's when I lost my temper and flew into a furious frenzy. I just gave him a light, gentle shove to the chest. And when you did that, there was no severed cable anywhere to be seen. Right! There was nothing like that at all. But it is possible that you merely overlooked it. Well, I guess it's possible.
No, it's not possible.
What are you doing? Don't let that guy steamroll over you like cheap asphalt.
I believe what's important here is the moment the push occurred. Let's continue on with the testimony witness.
A loud noise. And what would you say that loud noise was, Mr. Wright? I'm not sure, but it was really loud. It was like, snap! You know, come to think of it, I wonder what that was. He. Clearly, Your Honor, it was the sound of the victim being electrocuted.
Does that make a big snap sound?
You're not qualified to decide that. What should I do? I'm treading on some dangerous ground here.
More details, please.
Mr. Wright, that loud noise you heard may be extremely important. So try to remember what it was. How do I put it? It was like a sharp crack. Could it have been? Yes, could it have been? Hurry up and tell us. When I pushed him, he dropped the umbrella he was holding. He fell right on top of it, and it broke. That was probably the noise I heard.
An umbrella, huh? And did that umbrella belong to the victim? Fuck it, I need to stop pressing B.
Then again, I wish I had any kind of umbrella. I was totally soaked to the bone. I think I just called his umbrella cheap, but, you know, you skip my dialogue so fast, I'm not sure.
I'm sorry, pressing the B button. I should stop that. What do you think? Is there something important that testimony just now? Yeah, the umbrella.
Well, this is it, Mia. The new information you've been waiting for. Of course it's important. No, this cheap umbrella is more than important. It's vital. I want to officially have it entered into the testimony. Ha, how perfectly fitting. Flimsy information for a flimsy lawyer.
The court agrees to the defense's request. Witness, please add the bit about the cheap umbrella to your testimony.
So Mr. Swallow fell on top of his umbrella. Are you certain of this? Yeah, it was right there under him.
Actually, if it hadn't been under him, I was planning on borrowing it for myself. The umbrella, you mean? Well, yeah, you see, I was wearing the sweater here. Dolly stayed up late for nights at a time knitting it for me. I didn't want the rain to dampen the handmade symbol of her love.
Well, my stomach's not using personal soccer ball, Mia.
I'm sorry.
See the roundhouse kick him in the stomach? Continue on with your testimony, witness. Do I need to present something there? I don't know. I'll keep pressing for now.
After you shoved the victim, did you leave the scene right away? Yes, I did. I admit it. I was furious.
You left without even checking Mr. Swallow's condition.
Well, yeah. But like I said, I got worried about him later. At that time, did you see anyone else at the scene of the crime? No, nobody. Jeez, could that stupid cough possibly sound any phonier? Thank you.
In that case, it's very hard to believe someone else could have been the murderer. Unless you can find some that sort of innocent blood testimony right there, I played the dog like a proud decision involving emotional travel.
Yes, sir? Right now, I need more info. Info that will help me turn up some contradictions.
All I have is a cheap umbrella. Fell down. Oh wait, well the cheap umbrella is, if you look, it's like 700 feet away from him. So obviously if it was pushed into the umbrella, and was on top of it, he's not on top of the umbrella here. So obviously, he was moved.
Why didn't you testify about the umbrella from the very beginning? Come on, if I had mentioned that, I would have been able to counter the prosecution's arguments earlier.
What do you mean by that?
Take another look at the crime scene photo. According to Mr. Wright, the victim fell on top of his umbrella. However, if you look closely, the umbrella is nowhere near the victim. Actually, it's by the electrical pole.
You're absolutely right.
The conclusion here is obvious. After the defendant left, the victim moved from where he fell. In other words, after he was pushed by the defendant, Mr. Swallow was still alive.
No!
Order! The victim, he moved. Mr. Payne, the umbrella in this photo, where's it now?
Well, it was collected by the police at the crime scene.
Order presents evidence immediately. Oh, wow, that was quick.
But the umbrella could have simply been blown there by the wind.
According to the testimony, the victim fell on top of the umbrella. There's simply no way it could have been blown there by the wind.
But...
I was on press B again.
You skipped your own dialogue that time.
But the small down minutes, I cannot win the phones on them. I'm sorry, I'm testing one-hand control. Whoops.
No!
I've been doing that like this entire case.
Yeah, I could have played. I have two hands available.
I must say, I still find it hard to believe that a huge hole has been blown in the prosecution's case by the defense testimony. I have two hands available too. I've been practicing. Makes testimony out of correct. But I'm done, Mia. Mr. Payne. Wrong voice. Mr. Payne, what are you chuckling about?
Pardon me, Your Honor. It seems I was expecting too much of a free ride. It was foolish to think I could establish guilt through cross-examination alone.
I'm afraid I don't follow what you're saying.
Let me guess. You have another witness?
Exactly. And this witness's testimony will be incontrovertible.
Well, who is this witness?
Miss Dahlia Hawthorne.
Dahlia Hawthorne? You don't mean Dolly? Dolly?
I do, Your Honor. The defendant's very own lover is a witness to the whole thing. That's right. She was at the scene of the crime when the murder took place.
What?
I'm sorry to break the bad news to you, my dear. Bad news? You couldn't be more wrong. Actually, I've been waiting for this. You can't be serious.
What do you mean by that? I think there's a good point for us to stop at. Call now into a 20-minute recess. Afterwards, we'll listen to the testimony of Miss Dahlia Hawthorne. Alright, well, thanks for watching this episode of Gabby the Game Night. Like and subscribe. Good to have VC multiple.
Don't take any of that stuff out of context.
Good night.
Gabby the Game Night, Gabby the Game Night, Gabby the Game Night, yay. Come on and watch her play. New games every other day. If you subscribe now, you won't miss out on any of the action. So come on, click that subscribe button.